A walk-off home run. 4 seconds left. The Buffs take the lead.
Bam launches the three and knocks it home.
Well, good afternoon, basketball fans. Today, West Texas A&M and St. Edwards hook up in a Lone Star Conference battle right here from the First United Bank Center. Welcome into the Education Credit Union broadcast booth. I'm Lucas Kinsey, joined by my broadcast partner, Kent Johnson. All right, Kent, the Lady Buffs take on the St. Edwards Hilltoppers. And for these two teams, they're both coming off losses on Thursday. West Texas A&M suffered a 65-57 loss here at home against St. Mary's. For St. Edwards, it was close on the road in Portales, New Mexico. They lost 60-52. Something's got to give today. I mean, someone's going to win. And for the home team, for the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs, it's interesting. They got off to a really hot start against St. Mary's, but they did not keep the foot on the gas pedal. Credit the Rattlers. They had a great come-from-behind win for West Texas A&M. Again, our word of the year is consistency, and they need that today. They need to play 4 quarters of solid Lady Buff basketball.
Yeah, they played 1 quarter solid last Thursday, jumped out to an 11-2 lead on St. Mary's, and then trailed 19-12 and never caught up. Lone Star Conference standings are tight. You want to go to Frisco, you got to be the top 8. The Lady Buffs are tied with UT Permian Basin for 7th and 8th. And 1 loss separates 7th place from staying home. So this is a key game. Lady Buffs have done it.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Senior Day festivity and also the national anthem. We'll have your starting lineups and get you set for West Texas A&M against St. Edwards here from the First United Bank Center. We're back after this timeout. You're watching Lady Buff basketball on Flo Sports and the West Texas A&M Sports Network. Welcome back to the First United Bank Center here on the campus of West Texas A&M. Lucas Kinsey alongside Kent Johnson. Glad to have you joining us from wherever you're watching. Again, just 2 regular season games remain for the Lady Buffs. And as Kent was talking about, they're trying to make that push, get into the Lone Star Conference tournament, and then hopefully make it into the NCAA tournament. Right now they're honoring the seniors, and the first one that is honored here is Giselle Hernandez.
Giselle has spent the last 2 seasons as a student assistant coach.
Yeah, Giselle's been a student assistant coach, manager, does a lot of the behind-the-scenes thing. Josh Prock's been very fortunate to have 3 students helping him. Great young lady, and she's been a good attribute to the Lady Buff program.
Well, and there's so many things that are, like you said, behind the scenes that get done, and the coaches know it. If you're around the college athletics programs, you know how much hard work goes into it.
Well, especially at the Division II level,
yes.
your coaching staff
all
is
hands
smaller,
on deck.
And you actually get to take on some pretty good responsibility. You talk about a young man that has worked with a lot of programs. Our next honoree here, Tyron Riles.
Everybody knows him.
Amarillo native, and has worked with the Lady Buffs now for the last 3 years. But you know him from Lady Buff volleyball.
Yes.
He's worked with Kendra Potts and with Brittany Harry the last 2 or 3 years. He's worked in the media relations office. He's worked with marketing. And he's been very open and outward about the fact that he wants to get into athletics and he wants to learn all the various facets about it.
Well, and I said everybody knows him because of his warm personality.
Yeah, super
he's
guy.
Always smiling, always stopping and visiting with Buff Nation. And Kent, next up is Grace Alvarez, and you had the privilege of going out on Thursday night with her on Faculty Appreciation Night. Grace transferred here from University of Texas El Paso and has been solid for the Lady Buffs from that point guard position.
Yeah, she's done a great job the last 2 years. her role has fluctuated. When Carly Motzenbacher was with the program, she would come off the bench. This year, she's been in the starting lineup quite a few times as a point guard. As you say, she started at Division I, Texas El Paso, and then transferred to WT a year ago, and finishing out her career here at West Texas A&M.
Next up is number 25, Rosemary.
All right, Rosemary Odebunmi. And she's walked out there by Lady Buff, associate head coach, assistant coach Will Sherman. Rosemary from Ado Ekiti, Nigeria, and I've found in having conversations with her that she doesn't seem to be the jokester, but she really is. She's got great personality and has a lot of fun, and one of those players that her teammates love her.
Quiet kid, but very, very responsible and mature. You know, we had her on the Lady Buff basketball show a few weeks ago, and to learn her story that she came to the United States from her home country by herself, left her family, left her parents home, moved to California with a host family, and it takes a very special individual to do that.
This is Gloria Forna being honored now, senior from Fort Worth, and Glow, as she is referred to, one of those players that we talk. It seems like every game about these things, about her amazing athleticism. I mean, she can jump out of the gym, but her toughness, Kent. I mean, there's a loose ball, there's a rebound, the ball's going out of bounds. You can bet that number 10 is going to be around it.
Yeah, her focus is primarily on the defensive end, but she does a heck of a job there. And I know for a fact, outstanding cook in the kitchen. She loves to cook soul food.
That's right. We need to try some of that. That sounds really good right now. So again, Lady Buffs here on Senior Day, and you know what we hope is that this is a great celebration before the game, and you hope it carries into 4 quarters of basketball. And talking to Coach Prock before we went on here for pregame, you know, he's just saying, "Hey, Coach, you got to keep that foot on the gas pedal." And he said, "Yeah, absolutely." And you know, we said the other night we let a team that was on a 5-game losing streak start to feel good about themselves, and then all of a sudden St. Mary's was hitting shots and they were defending well, and then the Lady Buffs lost their confidence. They can't allow that to happen today against St. Edwards, because St. Edwards can't. If you look at their schedule, they've played some people close, including what stood out to me was just a 5-point loss against Lubbock Christian.
Yeah, we talk about parity. You hear that word and you think, that's just something you're throwing out there. But in the Lone Star Conference on both the men's and women's side this year, anybody literally can beat anybody, as we saw Thursday night. Now, we go back to our seniors. So glad to have had them with the program. But you look at the future, there's no seniors in the starting lineup. So it's not like you're gutting next year's team, honoring this year's seniors.
Yeah.
You're thankful to have them. They're going to play a role. But you're not going to have huge holes next year.
All right, we'll have our national anthem, followed by the starting lineups.
Thank you.
The St. Edwards Hilltoppers, led by their head coach, J.J. Reel,
Let's now meet
have an
the
overall
starting
record of
lineup.
11 wins,
First,
17
for
losses.
St. Edward's Hilltoppers.
Again, they are 3-8 on the road.
At guard, 5'3" sophomore
And for
from
St.
San
Edwards,
Antonio,
their starting
Texas,
lineup
number
looks like
1,
this. They'll start
J.P.
number 1,
Perkins.
J.P. Perkins, 14 points a game. That's
At
ninth
guard,
in the
5'8"
conference.
junior from Shelbyville,
She also gets
Texas,
5
number
rebounds a
11,
game. She's only
Kiana
5'3", but
Bennett.
tough sophomore from San Antonio. Number 11,
At
Kiana
forward,
Bennett.
6' senior from Erie,
Kiana
Pennsylvania,
scored
number
18
12,
points
Ashley
Thursday in the
Tunnell.
loss against Eastern New Mexico.
At
She's out of
guard,
Shelbyville,
5'10"
Texas.
sophomore from San Antonio, Texas,
Number 24, Ramsey Robledo. Robledo, a 5'10" sophomore, also from San Antonio, scores 7 points a game, grabs 4 rebounds. Ainsley Tunnell, senior out of Erie, Pennsylvania, 6-foot senior forward. And number 31, Micah Chapman, averages 6.5 points per game. She's a junior from Lubbock out of Friendship High School. This is the 14th meeting between these two teams, with the Lady Buffs holding an all-time advantage of 12-1. And for St. Edwards, they have struggled here in Canyon, just 0-7 against the Lady Buffs. But I don't know, Kent, how much confidence does it bring to St. Edwards to see on Thursday St. Mary's come in here in this building and get a win?
It's, you know, it can be done. And it's all about playing well, getting confidence, and at some point realizing, hey, we can do that. And that's what we saw St. Mary's do midway through the second period the other night. You could tell they thought, hey, we can do this.
Yeah.
And conversely, unfortunately, for the Lady Buffs, it was like, this thing's slipping away, and you cannot let that happen.
All right, the Lady Buffs starting lineup includes 3 players who score in double figures. Randy Hardy at 12 points per game. Kyla Kane scores 13 points per game. And Claire Graham, number 23, the junior guard, scores 11 points per game. It was Taylor Hagan that was strong the other night, had a double-double. She was able to not only rebound and play good defense, but she scored. Got to keep her out of foul trouble. That's a problem at times. I think for the Lady Buffs also, Kent, Randy Harding is a player that when she starts getting comfortable and is scoring in between 15 and 20 points, assisting, getting out in transition, I think the Lady Buffs play a lot better. So if I'm head coach Josh Brock, I'm telling Randy, force the issue. Get in there and do as much as you can.
When Randy's involved offensively, other than just handling the basketball, when she's scoring, that takes some of the pressure off Kyla Kane. Kyla's going to get you your 15, 18 points, but it's a completely different matter if she's the only Lady Buff that's doing the scoring.
Got a really good officiating crew today. Jonathan Pastusik, Johnny Atwood, and Alika Arasumi. St. Edwards with those dark road uniforms. It's navy still. It's hard for me to tell sometimes blue. In the morning, navy and black. I can't get my clothes out of the closet, but it's St. Edwards that wins the opening tip as they move right to left here in the first half. Lucas Kinsey alongside Kent Johnson. Glad to have you joining us today for this Lone Star Conference battle between the Hilltoppers and the Lady Buffs. First possession here, J.P. Perkins nearly dribbled out of bounds, but saved it, went cross court over to Bennett. Good defense by the Lady Buffs. Ball knocked loose, and it's a steal into the hands of Kyla Kane. Kane will race in, can't get it to Hagan, so the Lady Buffs move it around the perimeter. There's Randy, outside to Hagan. Forced that one. Kane looked like she was open, wasn't really, and it's a steal for St. Edwards. And trying to make something happen, and it didn't work. Speaking of that, on the other end, Perkins goes into traffic with 2 Lady Buffs standing in the paint. They tie her up, ball back to West Texas A&M.
You know, you talk about the job that Taylor Hagan did the other night against St. Mary's. She was going up against much taller opposition.
Yes.
She doesn't have that issue today, so hopefully she can get going.
Here's Kane up top. Picked up tight defense there by Robledo. And Kent, early on, here's what I'm going to say. The 2 turnovers.
Go ahead and say it.
Well, they have been bad turnovers.
Yeah, they're not forced errors. They're unforced errors. And
man, that one went into the 3rd row over there, over the St. Edwards bench. Coach Prock feels the same way that we do.
That throw from shortstop sailed over first base.
Yikes. Yeah, and it's charged as an E. It's an E6. Inside, shot missed. Over the rim, no good, and a rebound to Tatum Bell. Shot was missed by Robledo. So neither team doing anything yet offensively, and that one was almost turned over. Saved by Hagan in the corner. She goes to work underneath. Good post defense, but a left hand won't fall. Good rebound by Kane. She's in trouble and turns it over. Here comes St. Edwards. It was Kiana Bennett with the steal. Nice drive. Her assist will go for number 31, Chapman, to score the first points of the game. So early on, 3 turnovers in 2 minutes of play by the Lady Buffs. Good drive by Kane. Stopped in the paint. Off the help defense by Chapman. Graham can't get anything going. Back to Harding. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She'll pull up from 2 and miss everything. Just a 2-0 lead here for the Hilltoppers. Robledo down into the front court quickly. She'll drive in, miss the layup. Paint opened up. She could not connect. And WT pushes ahead. Harding, the pick and roll to Hagan, misses the shot. Affected by the defensive help of Micah Chapman. Lady Buffs are 0 for 3 from the field. What a scoop shot underneath. Wow. Flipping that behind her head was Kiana Bennett. It's 4-0 St. Edwards. And early on offensively, Lady Buffs struggling. And so Coach Prock quickly gets Holly Stalder and Gloria Forna up off the bench. Again, the Lady Buffs need to get going here because the way the game ended Thursday, didn't like the body language, didn't like the finish. That ball it goes out of bounds for a 4th turnover. And you have to be careful if you're coming off that loss Thursday, Kent, because it can carry over, and then all of a sudden you're overthinking everything.
Yeah, and that's Kyla Kane's 2nd turnover, and it's just not a good start. Josh Prock, as you mentioned, putting Stadler and Glow into the lineup here. Let's see what they can do defensively here.
And, you know, coaches get frustrated, the players get frustrated, but at some point, the 5 girls on the floor have to fix it.
They have to take ownership.
Pick and roll, left-handed layup is good.
If I'm Josh Prock, I'm calling a timeout, having a little motivational meeting very soon. Chapman
scored the easy 2. Again, it was a great pick and roll. Graham, ball knocked loose, but she retains it. Over to Randy Harding. Harding tries a 3, hits the front rim. Good offensive board by Bell. Graham open, her 3, a couple feet behind the line, too strong. And the Lady Buffs, not just the turnovers that are a problem, they are 0 for 5 shooting to start the game. Well, maybe let's think positive here. The other day we started up 11-2. There's a shot that's missed, so maybe we're going to have a reverse.
I don't want to fall down 11-2.
Reverse of fortunes. A steal after WT had gotten the rebound, and then a foul is called.
Tatum Bell reaching in.
Early on, Kent, you're seeing a St. Edwards team that's just being scrappy.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I said a turnover. It was an offensive rebound. The shot, it was never controlled by the Lady Buffs, so it's an offensive rebound by Chapman, and then a foul goes against Bell. So the Hilltoppers will have a baseline throw-in on the right side. $6-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. Perkins pulls up, her jump shot missed strong there, and the rebound falls into Holly Stalder's hands. Stalder in the game along with Gloria Forna, Chloe Callahan, and also Grace Alvarez. And there's a nice jump shot from the elbow by Holly Stalder. The other night, Kent, the bench did not produce. They just didn't get the production that they needed. Well, they need them today.
Yeah, and Holly with a nice dribble drive there, little pump fake, and then nailed the mid-range jumper.
And a good rejection there from Alvarez as she stuffs the shot away from Robledo.
You don't normally see that from Grace.
Some toughness there. Callahan will take a 3 and splash it in. Chloe Callahan from downtown. And it's 6-5.
Suddenly the sun's shining again.
That's right. A drive and an offensive foul. Stalder stood her ground, and they're going to whistle number 11, Bennett, with the offensive foul. Holly loves to take charges.
She does a great job.
A timeout on the floor, the media timeout with 4:37 to play. A slow start by WT, but they only trail by 1 as they're on a 5-0 run right now. We're back after this first Financial Bank timeout.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Well, after falling behind 4-0, the Lady Buffs have come back, made it a 6-5 game. Not a lot of offense by either team. 2 of 7 from the Lady Buffs from the floor, 3 of 8 for St. Ed's. We had Chloe Callahan knock down the only 3 of the game, but the Lady Buffs with 4 turnovers. However, on the other side, they forced 3 St. Edwards turnovers.
Grace Alvarez runs the point guard right now and starts the offense in motion. Stalder hit the jump shot. Oh, shoot it, Holly. She turns, missed the front rim, got her own rebound. She didn't realize how wide open she was when the defender fell back out of the way. They go to Forna. One-on-one inside, left hand.
How about that game?
Glow. With some show right there. Lady Buffs lead 7-6. I mean, you talk about needing the bench to be ready, and I mean, the start was not good. But players like Stalder and Forna and Chloe Callahan, Grace Alvarez with defense.
The bench have all 7 points.
Here's a shot that hits the front rim, missed there by Kiana Bennett, but another offensive rebound. Lucky that the layup didn't fall for Bailey Featherstone. And WT pushes ahead in transition. Great fake by Stalder. She'll throw it back to Callahan. Her 3 won't go. Forna with the rebound, scores. Yes, ma'am, Glow.
The Glow show.
And again, she's doing it with that hustle inside.
Yeah.
9-6 lead. A drive, and the shot won't go again for Featherstone, but another offensive rebound for the Hilltoppers. The second attempt won't go for Ainsley Tennell. Lady Buffs lead by 3. St. Edwards already has 3 offensive rebounds. Stalder to the 10. Yes, count it.
How about bench production?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and if you're Coach Brock, he's probably thinking, I'm going to keep these ladies out on the floor. It's working. 3-pointer, a deep one won't go. A whistle, and a foul is called against St. Edwards. They catch Riley Moore holding while the ball was bouncing off the rim.
Actually, they got Ainsley Tennell with the foul, her first. Randy Harding back on the floor, replacing Claire Graham. Lady Buffs lead by 5.
Jasmine Jackson will check in.
How about an 11-0 run for the Lady Buffs?
Yeah, this has been exactly what West Texas A&M needed after the sluggish start. Harding will drive. She's cut off. Passes to Gloria at the free throw line. Glow.
Where's she going?
She finished it with the shot off the backboard, but those feet did get sped up just a tad. Again, I like the aggressiveness, though.
She was watching the association last night and saw that play.
Yeah, if it's James Harden, that's fine. He can do that. But it's a turnover there against West Texas A&M.
But the aggressiveness we're seeing from Gloria.
Wow, great answer on the other side. Count the bucket for number 21, Bailey Featherstone. She dropped it in softly and was hit, crashed to the ground. Callahan picks up the foul. Going back to Gloria Forna, Kent, as she checks out, and Taylor checks back in, Taylor Hagan. That turnover is okay.
Yeah.
Because honestly, your feet just get sped up a little bit, but she's trying to score versus the unforced. Featherstone's free throw. Back rim no good, but Lady Buff struggling to rebound.
How about 4 offensive rebounds for the Hilltoppers?
Featherstone is going to collect an offensive foul. I was about to say it was a strong drive, but
too strong.
Too strong.
Featherstone, her first, team third.
It's a couple of offensive fouls already against the Hilltoppers, who are now just one of their last 9 shooting. WT up by 3. Alvarez uses the ball screen. Has her shot blocked. Good defense inside by Jasmine Jackson. 6-0 lead to start this game. We're under a minute to play. This is a step back 3 that hits nothing but backboard. On the attempt from Langenberg, a quick 3 on the other side for Grace Alvarez. The senior day festivities, Kent, pretty good so far.
Get them involved. Coach Brock says, let's extend the defense a little bit.
Alvarez, yeah.
Pressing Riley Moore.
Grace playing good defense and knocking down long distance shots. Loose on the floor, picked up by the Hilltoppers. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And the stuff by Hagan. She was ready to race to the other end, but it's a shot clock violation with 10.8 seconds left in the quarter.
Josh Prock signaled to Grace Alvarez, let's extend the defense out. The Hilltoppers rarely got that position inside the arc. Resulted in a turnover.
Great defense. Hagan stepped out, blocks the shot. Harding, only 9 seconds, gotta go. 4 seconds, 3. Randy with the layup, it's good, right before the horn sounds. She knew exactly how much time was left and when she needed to go.
And used that high post screen by Taylor Hagan to get things started. We're heading to the break. First period is over. Lady Buffs on a 16-2 run. How about a 16-8 lead?
We're back after these messages here on the West Texas A&M Sports Network and Flow Sports.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Our score after 1 quarter of play, it's 16-8, West Texas A&M. Again, the Lady Buffs finish the quarter on a 16-2 run, and they're getting a lot of players involved. Holly Stalder, 4 points, Alvarez, 3. Good work from Gloria Forna as well, and St. Edwards has the ball to start quarter number 2. Set play here for Featherstone. Tries to work on Stalder. Oh,
and another try.
It was. She got her right underneath the chin.
Yeah.
Does Holly wear a mouthpiece?
That's a good question. A lot of players do these days. You know, on the men's side, it's not uncommon for them to wear some sort of body armor underneath. If I was Holly, I'd be doing that as well because she takes a beating.
That was the second foul against Featherstone, so she has to come to the bench. Was it 2 on her?
Yes.
Hagan backs down the defense. Waits, turns too strong on her attempt with pretty good defense that time against her from Jasmine Jackson. Here's JP Perkins. She'll kick into the corner. A three is good. Nice shot from Isabel Langenberg.
Isabel Langenberg for three.
Trims the Lady Buffs lead back to 5. Harding working against Perkins. Gets it to Kane. Step through, missed it badly. They're playing good defense against Kyla. She really forced that shot. In transition. Three won't go. It looked good, but hit the front rim on the attempt from Kiana Bennett.
It's already Holly's 4th rebound.
Stalled her in the paint. Outside to her teammate Kane, who traveled. Yeah, Kyla's just a little sped up, and you can tell she's just a little flustered. As that is her 4th turnover in this first half, which is uncharacteristic. Gives the ball back to St. Edwards with WT still up by 5 points. Tatum Bell checks back in, so it's the original starters on the floor here for the Lady Buffs. Robledo up top with the left hand, still working against Graham. Outside it goes. The fake from Chanel. Short corner shot splashed in. Good
that was
for
good
Chapman.
Offensive possession for St. Edwards.
It was good control. Finding the open shooter. Harding out to Hagan. Lost the ball.
Bounced it off her shoe.
Back-to-back possessions where the Lady Buffs turn the ball over. Perkins to the other end. What a shot. Layup good in transition for JP Perkins. St. Edwards makes a run. They've cut the lead to 1. It's a 7-0 run. And Kent, what did I say after quarter number 1? Here's Graham putting up a 3, hits the front rim during the timeout.
We're starting the way the game started, and I hate to say it, but it's the same core group of young ladies that are on the floor right now. But you can't play your bench all the time.
Yeah, good shot block from Kane. She'll push ahead and turn it over. But it's going to stay, no, it's going back to St. Edwards. And again, the way the game started, the reason why it was not a good start was because of turnovers, and that's what WT is doing again. It's the 9th turnover.
Got Gloria Forna back on the floor, replacing Taylor Hagan at the post.
Perkins backs down. Graham uses her muscle.
A little step back there.
I told you she's only 5'3", but she is tough. Forna can't get around the defense. The ball goes outside to Graham. Graham, she'll take one from the free throw line, miss it, and the rebound hauled in by Robledo. St. Edwards can't do a good job of their help defense. I mean, they're not letting Lady Buffs get all the way to the rim off the dribble penetration.
Lady Buffs approaching 4 minutes without a point here in the second period.
Step through won't go, but nobody blocks out number 24, Ramsey Robledo. She scores. And St. Edwards has the lead as they are outscoring the Lady Buffs 11-0 in the second quarter.
It's a crazy game. It's a game of runs, Lucas.
It is, and Kent, for WT in so many of the games this year, it's like an identity crisis. Yeah. Who are we? Are we the team that started out, turning the ball over down 6-0, or are we the team that had the strong finish 16-2 run? Or are we now the team that has allowed 11 unanswered points? And the problem with that is that you cannot have an identity crisis come late February.
No, not against a team that's 6 games under 500.
Perkins slipped, fell down. She's slow to get up. And Lady Buffs playing 5-on-4 right now. Bell will step through and hit the shot. So the Lady Buffs use good defense, get a turnover. Coach Reel checks on J.P. Perkins, who turns and says, yep, I'm all right, Coach, I'll stay in here. St. Edward's up by 1, 19-18. Bell trying to steal the ball away, can't do it. A contested 3 won't go for Bennett, but another offensive rebound for the Hilltoppers. Corner shot, in and out, no good. Great hustle. The ball's going to go back to West Texas A&M, but credit Ainsley Tunnell for doing everything she could to save that ball there. It's going to go back to the Lady Bucks.
We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Well, there you see the St. Edwards Hilltoppers. 11-2, Hilltoppers have outscored the Lady Buffs here in the second period, 4:57 to play. Head coach J.J. Reel got to be happy with the way her team's going, but like Josh Brock, she saw her team start hot and then fade, and then the second period rolled around, and they've got a 1-point lead.
Lady Buffs have Stalder and Gloria Forna out on the floor off the bench, along with Grace Alvarez joining Graham and Hagan. So 2 post players on the floor right now. Graham on the perimeter, 7 seconds on the shot clock. 2 seconds, Forna, ball was stripped away and they call a foul with 1 second left on the shot clock. J.J. Reel is unbelievably upset. And I'm gonna be honest, she may have a good reason to be unhappy right now. It looked like St. Edwards had come in and tied up the basketball as Forna was making her move to the bucket with 1 second left. Who'd they call that foul on?
That's what I'm looking on. It looks like it went on
Langenberg.
Yeah.
Free throw from Forna won't go. Here's the replay. It just happened pretty quick there, but I think the problem for Coach Reel was that the call was made with the official on the other side from where the ball was, shielded in between the defender. The shot goes up on the second free throw, good for Gloria Forna, who has 5 points. Glow leading the Lady Buffs in scoring right now off the bench. Again, thank you to the bench for 15 of the 19 points.
Starters have scored 4.
Here's a drive by Perkins, draws some contact, misses the shot. Good defense coming over from Hagan. WT pushes ahead in transition. Hagan starts to drive, cut off. Ball deflected. Great hustle. St. Edwards keeps it. And it's a wide open left-handed layup for Riley Moore. Number 11, Kiana Bennett, an incredible save to keep that ball back in bounds. And Kent, she threw it back towards her goal.
And unfortunately, Holly Stalder gave up on the ball. She thought it was going out of bounds.
Another turnover.
Moore get in there.
Alvarez throws it right to Ainsley Tunnell. Hits a 2. Forna gave her a little space. And the senior out of Erie, Pennsylvania knocked down the jumper. Hilltoppers lead by 4. Graham couldn't get to the paint. Harding draws some contact. And she'll shoot a couple free throws. I think they got Riley Moore reaching in. Is that who he called?
Number 2.
Okay. Good aggressive drive by Harding. Claire Graham on her drive saw a little bit of contact and she kind of stumbled backwards. She also lost her ponytail holder. Free throw good for Harding. One more coming to try to cut it to a 2-point deficit. She does so. And Jonathan Pastusik has just given the warning to J.J. Reel, as Coach Reel has not been happy with a couple of his calls on the baseline.
Yeah, you talk about the sloppy play and the turnovers by the Lady Buffs. St. Edwards has converted 10 Lady Buff turnovers into 14 of their 23 points.
That's the game right there. Open look from Moore, her 3 off the mark, but excuse me, I'm taking the rebound away and scoring from J.P. Perkins. And then I think
we may have a
Claire Graham gave her a little elbow to the chest there.
Yeah, but we have.
That's not what they're calling, though. The official's saying there's blood on
Yeah.
the leg of number 12, Ainsley Chenell. You and I saw the same thing.
Lady Buffs got away with one. I thought we might have a double foul coming up, but there's no fouls called. Instead, we're going to have some house cleaning.
What happened was Perkins just out-muscled underneath Claire Graham, which is not easy to do. She grabbed the offensive rebound and scored. Graham took exception to it and kind of
gave her the elbow.
Training staff for the Hilltoppers does an excellent job. Tapes up Chenell, so she stays on the court. St. Edward's leads by 4 points. 2.5 minutes to play before halftime. A very interesting first half, to say the least. Kane back in the game. This is Stalder. Picks up her dribble, goes cross court to Kyla. Forced it. Perkins feeling it, takes the two, won't go. But the Hilltoppers grab another offensive rebound and a foul as Micah Chapman, who had grabbed the rebound, was trying to make something happen. Lost the ball, but had her arm hit. Watch right there. Yeah, that I thought it was Hardy.
Underneath.
They call it against Kane. I thought Randy may have hit her from behind, but 2 free throws here. First one's up and good for Chapman. Second free throw won't go, so Stalder will bring it up for WT. Look at Hawley get past the first defender, lose the ball. The help defense from Chapman. That will be turnover number 12.
More turnovers than field goals made.
Well, and after scoring 16 points in the first quarter, WT has 5 points on the board here in quarter number 2. Credit St. Edward's for their toughness and forcing all these turnovers here. Travel, Kane was working defensively against Micah Chapman, and Chapman got anxious there and shuffled her feet.
And that's the Hilltoppers' 10th turnover themselves, so it's not like the Lady Buffs are one-sided in the miscue game.
The difference is the points off those turnovers.
Yeah, 15-6 in favor of St. Ed's.
Kane has it in the corner with 15 seconds on the shot clock. She'll step back, fire a 3, won't go. Kyla's struggling here. She's 0 for 3 in the first half. Can't get going. On the other side, that one's good for Micah Chapman. She has 9 points, and St. Edward's has its largest lead, 28-21. Forna spins, ball knocked loose. Here come the Hilltoppers. Perkins bounces it ahead, good fake, 2-pointers good. The Hilltoppers putting on a show. That one was from Kiana Bennett. And right now, with 45 seconds left, visitors from Austin have all the momentum. Stalder drives in, can't finish, but draws a foul. And it's similar to what we saw with St. Mary's just earlier in the game than what happened on Thursday. As there's the replay and the foul against Stalder. As you're seeing a St. Edward's team that again, they're 3-8 on the road this year. They're just 7-12 in conference play, but look at their confidence right now.
They're having fun.
And look how they're playing.
Lady Buffs are back on their heels, doubting themselves, hesitant.
Yeah, a lot of overthinking, it looks like. And that's, I think, resulting in a lot of these turnovers that we're seeing, 13 turnovers total. Stalder, 2 big free throws that she makes there. Hawley's been really good here in the first half as she has 6 points.
I mean, St. Edward's season is over next Saturday. They're not going to qualify for the conference tournament.
Ball was loose. Harding could have stolen it, but didn't realize it was rolling her direction. 8 seconds to shoot. Perkins. Her 3 won't go, and a foul as Tatum Bell was trying to grab the rebound. She was pushed. And that's the 5th team foul against St. Edwards, so Tatum should be shooting 2 free throws.
Ainsley Tennell gets her second personal. As you say, team foul number 5 against the Hilltoppers. Tatum Bell to the line for the first time this afternoon.
Kent, if you're Josh Prock at halftime, and there's a chance here that could be 5 or under at the half, as Tatum makes the first free throw. What's your message? I mean, is this one where you light into the team? Is it one where you try to calm them down? What do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to stress responsibility, not overthinking things, just take a deep breath, because they've shown they can make runs and be better than St. Ed's, but they've also showed that when the wheels get going too fast, bad things happen.
Perkins drives, spins, and hits it with 4 seconds left. Lead back to 7. Stalder from half court, and it's short. So J.P. Perkins scores the 2. She's got 6 points for the Hilltoppers to go with her 3 assists in the first half. And St. Edwards on the road, a place that they have never won, is going to lead by 7, 32-25 at the break. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and have the Northwest Texas Healthcare System halftime show. You're watching Lady Buff basketball here on Flow Sports.
Hampton Inn and Suites is Canyon's newest hotel. Guests love their suites' rooms. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, patio and indoor pool. Expect a great stay at Hampton Inn and Suites Canyon by Hilton. Are you looking for a good time and a good movie? Head on over to Synergy for movies, bowling, and more. Located at the Amarillo Town Square Village, Synergy is a proud partner of WT Athletics. Here they come, your WT Pop Squad. Give it up for your WT Pop Squad.
Energy is a glowing state of highways. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify the utility lines of air. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we go the wind far. Safer energy, people. It's all part of the Carbon 3 2050. You, us, together.
When I got out of bed, you take us down.
JT Cavender, mechanical engineering in Midlothian, Texas. I chose WT for football. Secondary choice, definitely engineering. That's definitely what I looked at next, and WT is a great engineering school. So some of the strengths of the engineering programs are being able to engage with the professors and be able to build a relationship with them. And then you have a great community behind you. And that's probably one of the strongest parts of Canyon and WT. So it pushes me to be great.
I have always had a passion for sports. My purpose changed from being an athlete on the field to supporting other athletes during their athletic career. The athletic training program has given me opportunities to directly impact players on and off the court. Through my clinical hours, I have gained the knowledge and create rehab programs to help athletes play the sport they love. My efforts contribute towards getting players back in the game, and it is my mission to lead athletes to healthy lives. WT was my next step. Now I am fully equipped to helping athletes stay in the game through sports medicine.
My name is Jason Harris. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm a senior majoring in computer information systems with a minor in marketing. I know I always had to pursue a career in computers because that's where the world's going. I'm good at it, why not? But I also have a passion for creating content with my camera. I love photography, videography, and eventually I want to start my own marketing firm. I also want to keep growing, gaining more knowledge, so that way I can actually pursue the career that I want. As far as my favorite professors here, I learned more about business, management, and all aspects of that from him than I've learned from anybody else. Best class I've ever taken in my life. He just gives me a perspective on the world that I never had before. And it made me realize that there's a lot more out there that I can do, and a lot more out there that I still need to do and experience to become the person I want to be. WT special, because I came as an engineer. I discovered my love for photography, and I was able to branch out into my love for business. And it all let me do that without any pressure or any criticism. And without that, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
I'm learning the skills I need to be successful right here, right now. I'm ready to conquer anything that comes my way, from job interviews to working with a team and selling my art. I'm ready to take charge. WT was my next step, and I am on the path to becoming a successful art director.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center halftime, the Northwest Texas Healthcare System halftime show. As we look at our first half statistics, Lady Buffs down by the score of 32-25. St. Edwards, in that second quarter, they shot 55% from the field in the second quarter. So for the first half, they are 15 of 36, 42% shooting. The Lady Buffs, 33% shooting. Not connecting from the three-point line, just 2 of 10. The one good stat shooting-wise is the free throws. They're 7 of 8 there. And for West Texas A&M, turnovers an issue. St. Edwards has 10 turnovers. The Lady Buffs have 13. But we said it a couple of times, KJ, the Hilltoppers are taking those turnovers. They're turning those into points, 17 points off of turnovers compared to the Lady Buffs, 6 points off of Hilltoppers' 10 turnovers. Also, St. Edwards dominating inside, 24-12 points in the paint. So I know I sound very negative. Let me give the positive right now. The Lady Buffs bench has really come to the rescue today because there's 17 points off of the bench for WT. Holly Stalder leads the team with 6 points. Gloria Forna has 5. Grace Alvarez and Chloe Callahan each with 3. First half impressions.
You know, the number that stands out to me, not related. Well, it is related to turnovers, but it's not turnovers. Lady Buffs just had 8 field goal attempts in the second period, and St. Edwards had 20. So you had 12 additional shots for the Hilltoppers. If they make half of those 12, 6, that's 12 points right there.
Yeah, they had 8 offensive rebounds, St. Edwards did, and they're just playing scrappy. And again, they're a team that started to get some confidence and good balanced scoring from a lot of different players. As I look down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players have scored for St. Edwards. They're led by Micah Chapman with 9 points, and J.P. Perkins has 8 at halftime. For head coach J.J. Real, again, you know, that's the true test for a coach and for a team when you're this deep into the season and you look at the standings and you say, you know, we're not going to be playing postseason basketball, but we are going to play to win. We're going to compete. We're going to finish the season out strong, and that's what we're seeing so far. If you're West Texas A&M, Kent, they do have an opportunity for postseason play. But if they
take care of business,
if they can't come back and win this one now, how big does next Thursday become in the season finale against Eastern New Mexico?
Yeah. I mean, you've got fate in your hands. You want to take care of it. You don't want to leave it up to other teams having to win or lose.
Let's kind of go through the standings just to kind of talk about coming into today's games. Where everybody looked overall, you got to be in the top 8 to make the tournament. Go ahead.
Your top 3 are head and shoulders above everyone else. You've got a 3-way tie at the top: Texas Woman's, UT Tyler, and Lubbock Christian. TWU and UT Tyler off coming out of the East. Only one of those is going to be guaranteed.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. They're going to be in there anyway. But then you've got Eastern New Mexico in 4th at 13-7. Texas A&M Kingsville and Angelo State 5 and 6 at 12 and 8, just one game behind Eastern. One game behind those in 7th are the Lady Buffs and UT Permian Basin at 11 and 9. You look back, the Lady Buffs defeated UT Permian Basin at home on January 23rd, and when they were in Odessa earlier. I should know the answer off the top of my head, and I don't, because I'm looking at the wrong schedule there. They defeated UT, so we've got the head-to-head against UTPB, but one game behind that is Midwestern State. So
who the Lady Buffs split with.
Two games in the loss column separates 5th from 8th. And then, if you're not in the top 8 and you don't want it to come down to tiebreakers, you're staying home after next Thursday. And another thing that could work in the Lady Buffs' favor if they win their next 2 games is next Thursday is their last game of the season, because the Lady Buffs and Eastern New Mexico played each other early in January, whereas everyone else in the conference is playing their travel partner a week from today. So everyone else is playing next Saturday except West Texas A&M, who, if they qualify for the Lone Star Conference Tournament, has an extra 3 days to rest.
Well, here's one good thing right now in terms of looking at all these standings. For if you're a Lady Buffs fan, UT Permian Basin is losing at halftime by 11 points against Texas Women's University. The team behind the Lady Buffs you were mentioning, Midwestern State, they are leading 28-19 over Texas A&M International, so they're trying to move their way up into the standings.
UT Tyler at Angelo State, leading the Rambells 33-24 early in the 3rd. Down at the Steinke Center in Kingsville, Lubbock Christian all over A&M Kingsville, 42-36, midway through the 3rd. You mentioned Texas Women's with an 11-point lead over UTPB at the half. Now, Portales, they are about 5 minutes away from getting underway. St. Mary's at Eastern New Mexico. And in Edmond, Oklahoma, Oklahoma Christian leads Western New Mexico by 4, 27-23.
All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and start second half play here from the First United Bank Center in Canyon. You've been watching the Northwest Texas Healthcare System halftime show here from Canyon, Texas.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, We believe in doing the right thing. Always.
When I got up out of bed to take a step, I collapsed, and it turned into osteomyelitis. My leg was amputated. It was within 2 days of being dead. I can say Northwest saved my life. Because in April, I was dead, for the most part. And we worked together hand in hand for 2 years to where now I can walk again. And I just want to say thank you, Northwest, because that's my ultimate goal, to live and not ever give up.
We're in. Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. We get ready to start second half action. Lady Buffs will have the ball first. Starters back on the floor to start second half play. Lucas Kinsey alongside Kent Johnson. And we are ready for third quarter action. They're trying to get inside to Hagan. She'll step back outside and draw the defender, Tunnell, back. Hagan turns, misses the shot. Good defense by Tunnell. She clears the rebound. Here comes St. Ed's. Quickly ahead of the pack. Tunnell almost lost the ball, but picks it up. Can't find anybody to throw it to and gives it to Tatum Bell.
Tatum Bell, why not?
I'll take it. Bell fakes
Look
the
at
pass.
that.
Makes the layup. Nice play for Tatum. Perkins forced that pass inside. It's last touch by Bell. Tatum Bell, the freshman, with 6 points. She and Randy are the only two starters who have scored in this game. Just interesting.
Incredible how this game has played out.
Oh, a shake and bake, but the shot missed on the attempt by Tunnell. Rebound by the Lady Buffs. They push ahead. Bell, why not? When the paint opens up, you got to be able to do that. Bell drew the foul against number 31, Micah Chapman.
It's Chapman's first. Hilltoppers first as a team. I like the way the period has started.
Yeah.
Like it better if she'd have made that free throw.
Hit the rim twice and bounced off.
Man, got to make them.
Lady Buffs have only missed 2 free throws today, 7 of 9. Look at Coach Prock and the coaching staff there, and the officials come over to the scores table, and we're going to trade out basketballs. Kent?
This ball doesn't fit through the hoop.
Hopefully they weren't playing with a men's ball.
I don't know.
If they were and the ladies didn't say anything, that would be something.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Bell makes the shot. Probably just got something on it. And Tatum makes it with that fresh, shiny orange ball. Cuts the lead to 4. 32-28. St. Edward's leads. They have yet to score, though, here in the third quarter. Tunnell. That is a tough shot. Tunnell over. Pretty good defense by Hagan. Hit it in off the backboard. 34-28. And Tunnell has 6 points. Hagan, good shot fake. And she floats one in from 6 feet. Offensively, Kent, a great start for the Lady Buffs.
Very good. And if I'd have told you that we would have played 22 minutes of basketball and Kyla Kane had not scored yet, you would say we're down by more than double digits.
Good drive by Perkins, but Kane there with excellent defense. Perkins ties her back up, though. Gotta hang on to that ball. It was a great defensive play from Kane, forcing the miss. She grabbed the ball. And
I guess they said that, they're saying the Lady Buffs had enough time to have a possession, so it's a full 30 instead of a 20 on the reset.
So the Hilltoppers keep the ball. 3-pointer, that was money from the time it left her hands. Good for Ramsey Robledo.
They only needed 4 seconds.
Bell will drive.
Good ball, Tatum. Shoot the ball.
Nobody stopped her. And the left hand was there the whole way. Tatum's trying to pass the ball. There is such a thing as being too unselfish. But the foul still went against the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, it went on
Chapman.
Micah Chapman, her second. Hilltoppers' second of the period.
Inbounds here. It's Randy Harding to throw it in. Graham, strong drive. Missed it. But Hagan there to clean it up. Hagan with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Lead trimmed to 5. Robledo almost lost it, did lose it. Stolen by Tatum Bell. And then she's tied up. I'm telling you what, if J.P. Perkins is around the ball, Ken, you better guard it with your life.
Yeah. The old adage has a nose for the ball. She is there.
Watch her turn, and J.P., give me that rock.
Yeah.
Well, and the problem there, Bell's trying to dribble in between three defenders.
Between 3 players, that's right.
Randy, scoop shot is good. Lady Buffs trail by 3. They've outscored St. Edward's 9-5 here in quarter number 3. Perkins gets one back. And J.J. Reel comes out. They call a quick timeout. She is upset at one of her players. We'll talk it over during the timeout. St. Ed's leads 39-34. We're back after this first Financial Bank timeout.
Nothing connects people in Canyon like WT football. No one connects Canyon to fast internet like Optimum. Get speeds up to 1 gig with 99.9% network reliability. Switch to Optimum Mobile and connect to big savings on America's largest 5G network. Optimum is an official partner of West Texas A&M Athletics. Sign up now at Optimum.com. Optimum, where local is big time.
Where are we going and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck. The built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
Lady Buffs have hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. They haven't turned the ball over that much here in the third period. 6:45 to play. The third period. St. Edward's still leading by 5, 39-34. Lady Buffs basketball to inbound.
Well, there's been some good here to start this third quarter. The Lady Buffs offense looks much better. They're not turning it over like they were in the first half. But defensively, it's hard to slow down St. Edward's right now. Ball thrown inside to Hagan. She lost it. And keeping the ball alive for St. Edward's. And that, I guess you can blame me for that jinx there as we turn it over after I say we've been doing a good job. On the other side, shot missed. Hagan and Bell, someone grabbed the ball.
You've got 3 white jerseys under the basket, and you let a blue come in and tie you up, and the Hilltoppers maintain possession.
That's hard to watch. St. Edward's will throw it in. Up by 5, 6:18 to play here in the third quarter. A drive, spin, shot won't go. Chanel's been very aggressive here in the third quarter. 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting for the game. Harding, man, can't get around.
First foul of the afternoon.
Foul number 21, Taylor Hagan,
first Lady Buffs team foul of the period.
Yeah,
Here
Perkins
you see it.
strong with the basketball, and Perkins creates the contact. Good ball movement, another open look. Bennett drills the 3. One thing I'm watching here with St. Edward's Kent in this game, their screening is much better than what the Lady Buffs are offensively. And in the half-court set, the screens make a big difference because you open up shooters, just like that last possession. Now Taylor Hagan has blood on her elbow.
Well, to go back to the last Lady Buffs possession, Randy Harding was dribbling around atop the key. Taylor Hagan came out to set a screen, but then Taylor moved to drive down the lane before Randy had actually started her drive.
Yeah.
Therefore, Randy didn't have a screen to use, and she had players on her as she went to the basket.
Yeah, fundamental, the coach speak is body to body.
Yeah.
You want to have that screen, run into someone.
Yeah. And there is some timing involved in that particular situation. The Lady Buffs didn't have the timing down.
They may be looking for knee pads for Ainsley Tunnell. She's got them taped up both sides, and now there's blood on the baseline, so they're going to come out and clean that up, clean up on aisle 5. And Gloria Forna checks back. I was just about to say, does Coach Prock go to his bench right now to look for a spark, as the last several possessions have not been successful. Staller's back on the floor along with Gloria Forna. And we're ready to play, with St. Ed's leading by 8. Harding, nice left-handed shot into the teeth of the Hilltoppers defense. Good for Randy. She's got 8 points. This is Bennett. She'll turn and miss it. Loose. Last touch by Stalder.
Holly's on the floor again.
I'm surprised she hasn't bled yet.
Yeah.
Toughness from the junior Holly Stalder. That takes us to the media timeout. St. Edward's leading by 6. You want to get this loose ball. What are you going to do for it? Let's dive. And that ball goes off of Stalder. So it'll be Hilltoppers basketball when we come back after this first Financial Bank timeout.
The Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit at Whataburger, available from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Only it's not that time right now, so it's not available. Instead, we must sit here until 11 p.m. watching footage of the flaky, crispy, buttery goodness that is the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit. Once again, our desires are denied by, ooh, look, the Honey Barbecue Chicken Strip Sandwich. That'll hold us over till 11 p.m. What a burger.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
4:49 to play third. St. Edward's on top of the Lady Buffs by 6. Hilltoppers 42% from the field, 41% for the Lady Buffs. Neither team's done very well from outside the arc. Lady Buffs have stayed where they are, 8 of 10 from the line. Hilltoppers have only gone to the line 3 times, made just 1.
Yeah, that's a good point. The 3-point basket, not really a factor for either side. Perkins will drive, put up a tough shot, miss it. That's good defense by Forna. Harding backs up, now resets the offense. Graham trying to work against Perkins, lost the ball. But it's taken back.
By Callahan there, gets a hand on the ball.
And they're going to call a foul against J.P. Perkins. She crashed into one of the Lady Buff players trying to get her hands on the basketball. If you're St. Edwards, you think, man, we just forced the turnover. You give it right back to WT, as they were a little out of control there. Subs in for the Hilltoppers, checking in Isabel Langenberg along with number 21, Bailey Featherstone, who averages 8 points a game. Featherstone does. She got in foul trouble in the first half and had to sit down. Just a 6-point deficit here for the Lady Buffs. Harding draws the double team, kicks to Stalder. And Holly's tripped.
Holly looked like she might have stepped on someone's foot as she went down there. She kind of favoring that left ankle a little bit. They got Ainsley Tennell with her third personal.
Okay, so she's going to come out. Checking back in will be Jasmine Jackson.
Holly says, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Put me back in, Coach.
It's been a very even third quarter after St. Edwards outscored the Lady Buffs 24-9 in quarter number 2. This is so far 11-10 in favor of the Lady Buffs. Stalder drives, kicks to Graham. Graham fouled. And Featherstone said she was in foul trouble early. Picks up a quick third there.
That'll be the 5th Hilltoppers team foul, so Lady Buffs go to the line.
21, Bailey Featherstone, her third.
Claire Graham is yet to score today.
At the line, Claire Graham.
And changes that with that first free throw.
She can make this one. We'll cut the score to 4. Which she does. Now tighten up on the defensive end.
Perkins will dribble up slowly here, and Hilltoppers will set up shop with 3:45 to play in the third period. Featherstone one-on-one against Callahan. Misses the shot. It's rebounded by Forno. Strong drive by Graham. Takes the foul from Perkins. She and Perkins have been going at it today. And they both come up limping there. Graham's slow to get up, as is JP Perkins. Look at this, 2 physical players battling.
At the line, Claire Graham.
Perkins picks up her second personal. Graham to the line again for 2 shots. Can make it a 2-point ball game.
Kent, it is, I needed to mention this at the beginning. It's Mascot Mania Day here at the First United Bank Center. I look over my shoulder and there's Ruckus, the Amarillo Sod Poodles mascot.
So what becomes of Ruckus when the Sod Poodles become the pigweeds for 2 weeks or whatever it is?
It's transformation. The kid's having a lot of fun, I can tell you that.
Good D there by Glow. They get it for the reach.
Yep, until they called the foul. Trying to trap and get the turnover. Instead, picked up a foul.
It's good hustle, though.
It was.
Right. They got it right there. Got that right arm out and pushed Featherstone away as they dove for the ball.
This is a 6-0 run by the Lady Buffs over the last 2 minutes. Jackson tries to drive, and another foul against Glow.
That was a touch foul.
Number 10, Gloria Forno, her second.
I think so far today, the fouls we've seen, you could see the foul, but that was one. It's not affecting the play. Let it go.
Gloria's face says it all. I didn't do that. On the inbounds, a soft jump shot laid in. Soft as a feather.
That was too easy.
For Bailey Featherstone. 4-point lead again. The 3 won't go on the other side for the Lady Buffs. And skying for the rebound is Isabel Langenberg. .44-40 lead for the Hilltoppers. Underneath shot won't go for JP Perkins. Stalder will bring it up. Holly got under the goal and throws it off of a Hilltopper defender. Forno will come out. Tatum Bell back on the floor. 2:26 to play, third period. The Lady Buffs down by 4. Bell's open inside. They don't give it to her. Harding drives. Now gives it to her. Tatum's shot missed it wildly, but got her own rebound. Callahan, short corner, 2 is good. And Coach Prock takes a quick timeout. Cuts the lead to 2. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. We're back in 30 seconds, third quarter, winding down, 2:07 to play. A close one. Hilltoppers lead 44-42.
As we begin this journey, remember that you are the heart of West Texas A&M University. Here, every challenge is an opportunity, and every step forward brings you closer to your dreams. Your journey will be filled with endless possibilities and boundless potential, so embrace it. Let's make this year unforgettable.
Lady Buffs back on the floor. This is another tight game. 44-42 lead for the visitors, who have never won in Canyon. 0-7 all time. St. Edwards is. They're just 1-12 in this all-time series against the Lady Buffs, but Hilltoppers have led for a lot of this game. Dribbling up is Riley Moore as she comes in and gives J.P. Perkins a breather here at the end of the quarter. Featherstone lost the ball, got it back. Goes inside, foul goes against Graham. Good two-man game there as Jasmine Jackson caught the ball and was fouled. Kent, you found out during the timeout that the reason why they changed out the basketball was because there was blood on it.
Yeah, evidently a pretty messy situation down there.
First free throw is good for Jasmine Jackson.
You know, back when we were kids, you would have just pulled out your shirt tail and rubbed the ball a little bit and kept playing.
We're good to go.
Can't do that anymore.
Nice free throws from Jackson, nothing but nylon. Gloria Forno will get back in. She'll check in for Graham. Good balanced scoring for the Lady Buffs. Harding leads with 8. Tatum Bell with 7. Stalder has 6. Forna and Callahan each with 5 points. Tatum Bell goes past everybody but misses the shot, grabs her own miss. Harding, as she was driving, was bumped.
Got Riley Moore, I believe, with her second. That'll send Randy to the line shooting twice. Lady Buffs 12 of 14 thus far from the free throw line, and look over at St. Edwards, 3 of 5. If I'm JJ Reel, yeah, maybe I am complaining a little bit. As Randy knocks down the first and has an opportunity to make it a 2-point game, but it stays at 3.
Trap at half court. This ball nearly turned over, but saved by Langenberg. They're going to trap again. Stalder runs through the pass. Hawley fouled as she was going up for the layup coast to coast.
Number 15, Isabel Langenberg.
They're going to take a look here and see if it was an intentional
Coach
foul.
Coach Brock
against
was really upset.
Holly. Yeah, let's see if we got a shot of that.
That last layup from Holly as she was driving in was hit hard from behind, and that's what you could tell immediately. He was really upset.
Okay, so the coach is asking for an unobserved intentional foul, so we're going to look at that.
Sounds good, thank you. Hey, we got that term again, the unobserved intentional. That's another way of saying we didn't see it. Let's see what happens here.
Watch Langenberg as she comes up to try to block the shot. Does she swipe the head? It's hard to tell from there if that left hand comes across and gets Holly in the face or not. I think she's trying to block the shot with her left hand.
I mean, that wasn't a case of her trying to drag Holly down or reaching in from behind. What they're going to look at here is, as you say, did the arm come across the head or face? And the review they look at, they've got 6 different cameras, 4 of which are on one particular end of the floor. So they'll have plenty of opportunity to give it a look, more than what we have.
Good job by our Thunder Vision production team. Good.
Boy, I wish we had our camera under the basket like we used to. We'd be the first one to tell you what's going on.
Give that guy a camera, Kent.
Yeah.
Bucky dancing down there. I told you it was mascot mania. Officials huddled up here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just look at that and I didn't think there was anything malicious, but we'll get the call here.
I'm going with it. Common foul.
Well, Johnny Atwood comes over and says it's just a common foul, nothing flagrant. So Holly goes to the line, shooting twice.
And again, the foul goes against number 15, Isabel Langenberg, and Holly's able to make the first free throw. Cuts the lead to 2. Again, WT outscoring St. Edwards here in the third period, 19-14. And now it's just a 1-point game, 46-45. A little over a minute to play. Third quarter. Riley Moore brings it up. Good defense on her from Randy Harding. Here comes the trap. Tatum Bell knocks the ball loose. St. Edward's struggling with this pressure that the Lady Buffs are applying.
Yeah, Lady Buffs doing a good job extending the defense.
15 seconds on the shot clock, and Kiana Bennett saying, somebody come help me. I got to throw this ball in. I'm watching JJ Reel. Is she a competitor or what?
She's trying to be positive when kids come off the floor. She's coaching them up.
I like it.
Boy, when they're not running the play, she is laying into
I
them.
like the intensity and the message that JJ Reel is bringing to her team. And again, I'm going to go back to this. I just like the fact that this is a team that they've struggled on the road all season long. Their win-loss record is not what they'd like it to be. It's 11-17. But she's coaching this game like it's to get to the Lone Star Conference Championship. Come out of the huddle with her team up by 1 point. We'll have the West Texas A&M men against St. Edwards men, expecting that to be a battle as well.
Half the show will be on the sidelines of that game with Tom Brown and Andre Cook on the respective benches.
That's right.
A lot of fun.
Jasmine Jackson finds a cutting teammate. Beautiful play. Kiana Bennett for the left-handed layup. See, that's why you call that timeout. JJ Reel, backdoor cut from Stalder, but she can't get the shot off initially, then it's blocked. Jasmine Jackson uses her length, swats that one. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Hilltoppers by 3. Step back 3, off the mark. Rebound to Bell. That was a quick release there from Bennett. Now WT can take the last shot of the quarter. Harding will come up. How many times have we seen this? Randy's going to get a ball screen and try to drive.
Like that?
Missed it, left it short. Forna tried to get the rebound. It went out of bounds. It'll stay with WT with 2.7 seconds left. Stalder will throw it in. Okay, not much time. They get it to Harding. 1 second. Randy didn't get it off. Good defense by Riley Moore on that last play of the third period. St. Ed's is going to hold their lead headed to the fourth quarter, but it's close, 48-45. We're back with the fourth quarter right after these messages.
Local advertising company at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
Bucky Sr. I told you it was mascot mania, Kent. It's Bucky and Bucky Sr. That's why I had the walker. Makes sense now.
Out there with Ruckus from the Sod Poodles. 2 mascots. How can you not win?
Yep.
We're going to head to the fourth quarter here. Lady Buffs trailing St. Edwards by 3. St. Edwards 21 of 51 from the floor. Lady Buffs 14 of 38. Hilltoppers 3 of 12 from three-point range. Lady Buffs just 2 of 11, but WT 15 of 18 from the line. Just 3 of 5 for the Hilltoppers. St. Ed's out rebounding the Lady Buffs. Well, actually, Lady Buffs now out rebounding the Hilltoppers 29-27.
And Randy leads the team with 11 points, and WT trails by only 1. Here's JP Perkins back in. She's been tough with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. This is a deep 3 that was on the mark but too strong on the attempt from Kiana Bennett. Harding dialed in, 3-pointer. So 5 straight points from Randy Harding to start the fourth quarter. And how about that? The Lady Buffs lead 50-48. Perkins drives, left the shot short. Rebound to Randy. Got the outlet before she lost the ball. And then JP Perkins from behind with the takedown.
JP Perkins, her second, team first.
Tried to come in and just slug the ball away.
Oh. It's been physical.
That's Perkins' 3rd foul.
Lady Buffs with some momentum here to start the quarter. Each team shooting 40%, although St. Edwards has taken 13 more shots than WT has. Harding fakes the 3. She'll shoot one from the elbow, miss it. And Bennett dribbles up herself. Robledo will spin, miss it. That's a couple of layups they've left short. Bell, her shot too strong. Paint's open for Perkins. She'll take a soft fadeaway and hit it to tie us up 50 apiece. WT trying to push in transition. Callahan drives and draws a foul. It's going to go against Robledo. And send Chloe Callahan to the free throw line to shoot twice. Her first trip to the line this afternoon.
Number 24, Ramsey Robledo. Her first, team second.
Callahan 5 points today to go with 1 rebound, 1 assist.
At the line, Chloe Callahan.
And she sinks the first. Again, this game today, it's not a do or die situation in terms of the Lady Buffs getting in or out of postseason play, but it sure does make you feel a lot better going into next week if WT can win here this afternoon. You never want to leave your fate in the hands of, other teams and other scores and things like that. So Hilltoppers down by 2 with the basketball. Robledo, nothing going. Perkins, good defense on the help. Callahan almost stole it, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Tunell has to put it up, and what a shot. Before the shot clock buzzer sounds, she shoots it over the defense and splashes it in. We're tied again, 52-52, and Kane was held trying to receive that pass. JP Perkins, now she got 4. And that's bad news for St. Edwards. Their floor general going to have to come out. Riley Moore back on the court here for St. Ed's. The other thing for the Hilltoppers, you've got 3 quick team fouls. You don't want to have the Lady Buffs shooting free throws the entire fourth quarter, and it's 2 more fouls. That's what's going to happen.
Lady Buffs are shooting free throws very well today.
Riley Moore now tries to stay with Harding, and she shuffles her feet, travels. It's been a while since WT has committed a turnover. Just the 4th in the second half, but for the game, turnover number 17. Good ball movement. Now dribbling up top is Bennett. Drives and draws a foul. And they got Callahan.
That'll be Chloe's third.
She felt like she was trying to go straight up.
At the line, Kiana Bennett.
And the first free throw sunk there by Kiana Bennett, junior out of Shelbyville, Texas. She hits them both, so now the Hilltoppers lead again, 54-52. Graham with a nice drive, hangs, hits it. She was fouled, so Graham with a chance to convert the three-point play at the free throw line, and if she can sink the free throw, she'll give the Lady Buffs the lead.
That one went on Micah Chapman. That's her third foul. Team foul number 4 against St. Edwards. Graham gives the Lady Buffs the lead.
Good ball movement here by the Hilltoppers. Goes left to right. Chapman goes in and rattles that one in.
Well, Chapman at 5'10" pretty much ran over a smaller Randy Harding on that play.
Good body control for Chapman to finish. Harding will drive Riley Moore with what looked like a shot block. There may have been contact underneath, and there was, and they called Moore with the blocking foul. J.J. Real thinks it was a shot block. She got her. She came across.
Yeah, had the arm going over the back.
Yep.
And that's Moore's third foul.
Harding.
Go ahead.
Harding makes the free throw there. Go ahead.
Lady Buffs doing a good job offensively, taking the ball to the basket, drawing fouls. St. Ed's getting in some pretty intense foul issues now.
It's interesting watching Harding shoot her free throw. The way her follow-through goes, the ball doesn't spin naturally. Whoa, there's a big block shot by Kyla Kane. So we're tied 56 all. Can the Lady Buffs turn that good defense into offense? Ball is loose. Harding trying to control it, and St. Edwards, instead of getting a jump ball, they collect another foul.
If that's on Riley Moore, which it is, that's her fourth.
Well, who's the third string point guard? Because J.P. Perkins sitting on the bench with 4. Riley Moore now has 4 fouls, and now the Lady Buffs are going to go to the free throw line and shoot twice.
I believe it's Claire Graham that goes to the line, is it not? There's Randy.
Yeah, watch when Randy finishes her shot. The spin is not your natural
with the reverse spin.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
There's that. Well, that one I thought was a foul
So
the first
foul
time, but the
is
second
there.
one happens right there.
Could have called Moore for 2 fouls on that one.
Harding goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Holly Stalder will check in, give Randy a breather. Harding, solid performance today for the Lady Buffs. 16 points. That leads all scorers. She also has 3 rebounds. Riley Moore, that ball falls right into the hands, the airball three-pointer into the hands of Tennell. And Tennell makes the layup, and St. Ed's re-grabs the lead, 58-57. Stalder may have even deflected that three-point attempt.
Yeah, I think the shot was blocked a little bit.
Graham with a strong drive off the window for 2. Two teams going back and forth here in the fourth quarter. We're under 5 minutes to play. Lady Buffs lead by 1. Chapman, her 2 won't go. Rebound controlled by Stalder. Holly waits for everyone to get set up. Now goes to Graham, top of the key. Good ball screen from Hagan. And that's how you run the pick and roll.
Nice pass from Graham.
Hagan scores the 2, and she has 6 points now. Graham with her second assist. Lady Buffs lead is at 3. And that's a travel before Kiana Bennett put it on the floor. She shuffled her feet. Media timeout. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to play in the ball game, and West Texas A&M leads 61-58.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Jeff Gilbert for your personal price plan today.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Back here at the First United Bank Center, 4 minutes, 4 seconds left. Fourth quarter, Lady Buffs up by 3, 61-58. And there are some close games in the conference right now. Texas Women's with 2:31 left at UT Permian Basin leads, but only by 5, 55-50. UT Tyler, they lead by 11 over Angelo State. That game also in the fourth quarter.
Eastern New Mexico up 4 early in the second over St. Mary's. Lady Buffs here, up 3 with 4 minutes to play.
Harding has been really good for WT, especially in the second half. Starts the offense in motion. Stalder draws the defense, kicks to Claire Graham. Graham, nothing going. St. Ed's doing a good job help defense so far. Graham lost the ball off of her foot, just needs to pick it up. It goes out of bounds, and St. Ed's is going to have the basketball in the front court for them.
Yeah, Claire was just making sure St. Ed's didn't get an easy layup there. It's going to be over and back.
Bailey Featherstone wants a ball screen. She gets it. They give the shooter space, and the ball goes out of bounds. That was one that Ainsley Tennell, I think she just thought about it too much before she shot it.
Her body language when she turned around was, that wasn't good. Lady Buffs have led by as many as 8 earlier this game, looking to add to their 3-point lead.
Good bounce pass into Hagan. She'll turn, miss the shot, get her own rebound, and score the second time.
Give me that ball.
Yep, toughness from Taylor. When she really wants that ball and is motivated, she can score over anybody. 5-point lead for the Lady Buffs. Perkins misses a very difficult step back two, and West Texas A&M with some momentum now. Nice feed underneath. Claire Graham. There were 3 Hilltoppers all staring at Claire, and she found a wide open Taylor Hagan. And now it's a 7-point lead, and Lady Buffs feel comfortable right now, but Not for too long. Oh, a layup was missed by Featherstone. She was all alone underneath and could not convert. It was knocked out of bounds, last touch by WT.
Lady Buffs on an 8-0 run right now. St. Ed's on a scoring drought at 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
That one way off again on the three-point attempt by Tunnell. Now Graham slows it down, 65-58, 1:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Randy goes inside to Taylor. Again, Hagan scores off the left hand. Taylor Hagan all of a sudden now in double figures, 12 points.
And a 9-point lead, the largest of the game for WT.
Left-handed layup is good for Perkins. So good answer there to cut it to 7, 67-60, and a timeout was taken by head coach J.J. Reel. We'll take one as well. It's a 30-second timeout. We're back after this First Financial Bank timeout here from the FUB in Canyon.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
1:18 remaining on the First United Bank Center scoreboard. Lady Buffs surging here in the fourth period, partly because of number 4, Randy Harding, partly because of number 21, Taylor Hagan, leading by 6, 1:18 to play.
Our X-Bar Steakhouse X Factor of the game, Randy Harding, as Randy has 16 points to lead the Lady Buffs in scoring. They're going to have to hang on to the ball, though, and finish it out. Kane pushed from behind. Hilltoppers thought she took steps. Randy brings the ball back out near midcourt, and they're going to run a lot of clock here, 15 seconds on the shot clock.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Good strong drive by Harding, and she's bumped. So Randy goes back to the free throw line where she is 5 of 8 in the ball game today.
Foul number 24, Ramsey Romeo, her second. At the line, Randy Harding.
Harding's free throw sinks it. Good job. Again, the Lady Buffs conclude the regular season next Thursday night when they take on rival Eastern New Mexico right here at the First United Bank Center. Harding perfect on that second free throw. Well, you want to be strongest in the fourth quarter, Kent. And right now, the Lady Buffs outscoring St. Ed's 24-12 in quarter number 4. Perkins will drive on Forna, take a step back two, and float it in, and she is hobbled again. She's been dealing with that lower leg all game long. That's a difficult shot. Coach Prock called the timeout to advance it in the full court. We'll keep it right here. It's a 7-point advantage right now for West Texas A&M. I think it's pretty simple for WT. I'm getting the ball to Randy Harding and letting her dribble around and force St. Edwards to come foul.
Yeah, I'll get fouled, go to the line.
You mentioned it earlier, Kent. We got a doubleheader today. West Texas A&M men, after a big statement win on Thursday here at home against St. Mary's, they're going to take on a St. Edwards team that is tougher than their record indicates. I can tell you.
Well, they're 17-11, so they're not bad. They are currently sitting number 8 in the conference standings. Okay. The Buffs tied for 6th, right above them. But
big implications.
Andre Cook's team's always a very gritty style of play.
Kane gets it. She's trapped. And they're going to whistle number 24, Ramsey Robledo, as they were trying to trap Kane, turn the ball over. Kyla actually fell into the back court.
They better call a push on that. It was right in front of us. There's no better view at Vantage Point than the Education Credit Union broadcast booth.
That's right.
When plays are this close.
That's why they don't give us a whistle, Ken.
That's right.
And the foul went against Robledo, her third.
What are we calling here?
Calling it intentional? Oh, it's a technical foul on J.P. Perkins. She must have said something, Ken, and that's why she's on the bench, because that's also her fifth foul of the game. So Perkins had some words after she didn't agree with that last call, was whistled for a technical. Kyla makes both free throws, and now will shoot again here, twice for the technical. Get comfortable there, Kyla.
Yeah. Until this point, Kyla has not scored today.
Yeah, she's had to grit through, you know, has had some good shot blocks, but in the first half she had 6 turnovers. Did not commit a single turnover in the second half, though, so that was the good thing there. And again, sinks her free throws. Now it should be
Lady Buffs basketball.
73, haven't added the points yet. There goes 72. Give us one more. There it is. 73-62, Lady Buffs. They get it inbounds to Harding. Graham trapped. Stalder. Nothing going. They're just passing the ball around the perimeter, and St. Edward's not going to foul. Kane, 7 seconds. Nice pass into Hagan. Hagan is fouled. It's like she was trying to waste as much of that shot clock as possible. Got it down to 3 seconds. She was hit on the arm, so Taylor Hagan will shoot twice.
Taylor with a nice third and fourth period, 12 points now. All in the second half.
In and out on the first attempt. Just 10.5 seconds remain, and Hagan's free throw short, missed them both. Hilltoppers get the rebound. A deep three-pointer, misses everything as Bennett shot it pretty quickly. Still 2.9 seconds left. Lady Buffs will just have to inbound it, hold the clock, or let the clock run out, and it's going to be an 18th win on the season for WT.
Holly Stalder to get it in, does so to Claire Graham, and that will do it.
All right, Lady Buffs victorious today, 73-62. And they had to work hard to get that one. It was not, they were struggling for a lot of that game.
You want to finish strong, you outscore your opponent in the fourth period, 28-14.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and have our post game for you here from the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs victorious by the final of 73-62.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Original, never compromise. Nobody can mess with my copyright. Make it look easy, you don't have to try it. Go and get it. Go and get it.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs victorious today by the final of 73-62. Joining me now on the post game is Holly Stalder. Holly, congratulations. This one, a great finish, a really good second half. You know, you guys scored 48 points in the third and fourth quarters. So a great finish. You outscore St. Edward's 28-14 in the final quarter. And this was one where you and other players were called on early in this game off the bench. The bench, a huge story in this one. Thank you very much. As we just get handed these statistics, 23 points off of the bench. Holly finishes the game today scoring 8 points, grabbing 6 rebounds. Talk about this win and coming back and just having to play through a lot of mistakes early on, but to fight in the end.
Yeah, it's a time of year where everybody's going to give you their best no matter what their postseason looks like. So,
yep.
I mean, coming off a St. Mary's loss, I mean, we knew we weren't going to have it handed to us. So, just coming in, and obviously things didn't really go our way in the first, but, you know, found a way even though it was ugly.
What was the difference, do you feel? I mean, defensively, offensively, just in terms of being able to turn the tide, and in the second half specifically, that's where I felt like you stopped turning the ball over and the offense looked a lot more crisp.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. We stopped turning the ball over.
Okay.
Started sharing it a little bit more. I think stopping them on the O boards was huge, too. They had a lot in that first half.
Okay. It was physical today. There's a lot of players hitting the deck, and Kent and I always talk about how you're always willing to take a charge and, fight for a loose ball. Talk a little bit about that physical style and how you guys were able to use that to your advantage today.
Yeah. I mean, you see it in practice from more than just me. Presley, Claire, Zoe, when she was still with us, a lot of us, I mean, we're willing to just go take a charge. We know it's one of those little things that gets energy going, and it can give us an extra possession.
It was senior day today. They honored the seniors before the game, and with Gloria Forna and also Grace Alvarez out there doing good things, Rosemary Odabunmi. Talk a little bit about your senior teammates. I know you still have more basketball to be played this year, but they mean a lot to this team.
Man, I'm going to miss catching Grace's passes. I mean, she gets the ball anywhere you want it, and just Rose's competitiveness, I mean, she brings it to practice every day, and if you catch one of her elbows, you'll know it. And just Glow, just how she stepped up right now, and she just plays hard and brings what we need to the floor.
Holly, you're going to play next Thursday here at the First United Bank Center against Eastern New Mexico, conclude the regular season. We're looking at all the numbers and the standings and those kind of things, and it looks like we're going to make it into that postseason push, not only with Lone Star Conference play, but you want to have a strong tournament down in Frisco and then get ready for postseason play in March, the NCAA tournament. What do you feel like are a couple of the things that this team needs to do to get on a roll? You had had a 4-game win streak before you lost Thursday against St. Mary's. What does this team need to do to stay consistent?
I think our biggest kryptonite recently has been getting on really good starts and then letting up just a little bit, whether that's with the ball or on defense or something. But I think if we can focus on coming into the games and keeping the same energy that we bring, that'll help us.
All right, well, it was a great performance for you and your teammates as well. Congratulations, and we'll be back with you next week against Eastern New Mexico. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back and have the rest of the postgame for you here from the First United Bank Center. Lady Buffs win it today by the final of 73-62.
Your support makes an impact. Buffalo Club donors help our student athletes achieve their goals of winning championships while earning their degree from WT. Your support provides funds for recruiting, scholarships, and program enhancements that make WT recognized as a top 10 NCAA Division II athletic program and the best in Texas.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. We wrap things up here on the Lady Buff post-game 73-62 win for West Texas A&M. Holly Stalder joined us post-game, and really the bench got things going for West Texas A&M in that first half. Sparked a big run. They got down 6-0, and then the Lady Buffs went on a 16-2 run. Then they got down. The second quarter was all St. Edwards, 24-9. So that allowed for the Hilltoppers to have the lead at halftime by the score of 32-25. Then in the second half, WT strong push as they outscore St. Edwards 20-16 in the third and 28-14 in the fourth quarter to win it by 11 points. Final stats look like this. The Lady Buffs finished the game shooting 45% from the field on 22 of 49 shooting. They hold St. Edwards to 27 of 68, good for 39%. Neither team was very good from the three-point line. 3 of 17 were the Hilltoppers. 3 of 12 was West Texas A&M. Where they were very solid was at the free throw line. 26 of 33 free throws. So that is a huge difference there for West Texas A&M. Other stats to look at, points in the paint. At one time, it was heavily in favor of St. Mary's, but the Lady Buffs finished strong and actually end up tied 34-34 points in the paint. Talked about the bench, 23 points for the West Texas A&M bench, just 9 bench points for St. Edwards. In the loss for St. Edwards, 4 players score in double figures, led by J.P. Perkins scoring 16 points, 4 assists for her as well. 11 points for Micah Chapman to go with her 3 rebounds and 1 steal. 11 points for Kiana Bennett on 4 of 14 shooting. She also had 5 rebounds. And Ainsley Tunnell, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 7 steals for Tunnell. That's a great defensive stat right there for the Hilltoppers player. 5 points scored by Ramsey Robledo to go with her 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 4 points for Bailey Featherstone. 2 points for Jasmine Jackson. She also had 2 shot blocks, and 3 points scored by Isabel Langenberg off the bench. For West Texas A&M, Randy Harding was really outstanding scoring the basketball. 18 points on 5 of 11 shooting, 7 of 10 at the free throw line. She got 3 rebounds, 2 assists for the Lady Buffs. 12 points, 5 rebounds for Taylor Hagan. And then the other scoring, very balanced. Claire Graham, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 8 points for Holly Stalder, who we visited with. She also had 6 rebounds, 1 steal. 7 points each for Tatum Bell and Chloe Callahan. Tatum also had 8 rebounds and 3 steals. 5 points for Gloria Forna, 4 rebounds. She was outstanding today off the bench. And Grace Alvarez off the bench scores 3 points, gets 1 assist and 1 shot block. So a great job all the way around for the Lady Buffs as they win it by the final of 73-62. We'll take the break. We'll come back, have the West Texas A&M men against St. Edwards for you. Thanks for watching the Lady Buffs and the Hilltoppers right here on Flo Sports.